सकल जीव समता साधु साधु विदिता सकल जीव समता साधु साधु विदिता अखिल लोक प्रथिता परमानंद समुदिता अखिल लोक प्रथिता परमानंद समुदिता जयति जयति भारत माता मुद्गीता जयति जयति भारत माता निखिल मधावन निरतानत जन सुहिता निखिल मदावन निरतानत जन सुहिता जयति 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 जयति। नमस्ते, श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। My name is Supraja and I'm very thankful for the opportunity to seek Bhiksha on behalf of Vidyakshetra Vidyapita. Bhavati अथवा भवान कृपया भिक्षाम देहि. Vidyakshetra Vidyapita is a Gurukulam that my daughter attends. This Gurukulam started 10 years ago, but the seed for this Gurukulam was planted several years back by many great thinkers. Dharampal ji, in his book A Beautiful Tree, writes that Bharat has always had so many number of Gurukulams. Not 1000-2000 years back, but even as recent as 100-200 years back, there were so many Gurukulams thriving in Bharata. Every single grama had a Gurukulam. What is this difference between a Gurukulam and a modern educational institute? What is the difference? The fundamental difference is in the bhava. Because one is from the heart, the other is a little transactional. There are two main differences if you look at how they run. The first is a Gurukulam is always Nishulka. Nishulk meaning without fee. So Gurukulam is supposed to not accept fees or is not supposed to ask for fees from the Vidyarthis, from the students. Because the transfer of Jnanam from one generation to another should happen regardless, should happen independent of the Artha Vyavastha. The Acharya should teach Jnana not to just those who have the money or the dhana, but to actually only those who have the Jignasu, which is the curiosity to learn, to those who have the Shraddha, which is the dedication and sincerity, and most importantly, to those who are grounded in dharmic values, who have the seva bhav. To those who, once they acquire the education, will they grow to harm the society or serve only themselves, or will they serve all of Samaj? So that should be the deciding factor or the eligibility criteria for a Shishya, and not how much dana they have. And the second thing is about Swayata or autonomy. So all aspects of the Gurukulam should be decided by the Gurukulapati or the Guru or the Acharya, because they are the ones with the Jnana and they have to show the way. Who needs to be taught, what needs to be taught and how it needs to be taught, and all these, every single aspect of the Gurukula is for the Acharya and the Guru to decide. It is not for democratic choice by parents or by the Samaj or by the ones who give the fund. So no government affiliation or no trust affiliation. This is meant to be sustained by the Samaj via dana that has zero expectations back. So these two things, Nishulkata and Swayata. But a Gurukulam does have Arthik needs. It does have Arthik Vyavastha. What happens? Where does it get the Arthik needs? Where does it get the dhana and other things from? So some aspect of that is voluntarily contributed by the parents. So all of us parents do contribute Yatha Shakti, we stretch a little bit and contribute to the Gurukulam in terms of dana, in terms of seva. And almost 50% of the acharyas in the Gurukula are parents. They are so invested. Every day you will find a lot of parents in the campus doing a lot of sevas. There is Go Seva, there is Pakashala Seva. Every day organic food with a sattvic food is cooked for 200 kids, parents, acharyas, all by parents. This is more of a family than an institution. And apart from all the money, so aside from all the money that is already given by the parents, the remaining needs is what gets fulfilled by the Samaj in terms of dana and bhiksha. Dana is what is given without being asked, but bhiksha is the process of asking and receiving. So this 21-day period around Guru Purnima, which started on July 19th and will end in August 9th, is the only period in this entire year that the acharyas, the parents associated with Vidya Kshetra and the students associated with Vidya Kshetra will reach out to the Samaj, spreading awareness and seeking bhiksha. Seeking bhiksha for sustenance of our operational expenses. Vidya Kshetra is situated in Karnataka, Bangalore. It has around 170 students, and these students learn at least 30 different subjects. Each of these subjects they go pretty deep. They have a block teaching method. And these subjects are categorized into Ichcha, Kriya and Jnana. Ichcha subjects are those of the heart or the feelings realm subjects. So all the colors. So classical vocal, flute, tabla, Bharatanatyam, painting, theatre, all these come under Ichcha. And you have the Kriya related subjects. There are so many Kriya related subjects. So Krishi, which is agriculture, beekeeping, home construction entirely using natural materials, and pottery, carpentry, weaving. In fact, this cloth was made right from the cotton seed to the cotton thread, and to this cloth was woven in Vidya Kshetra. And natural dyeing and pigments, the color that is in this cloth is also natural and plant-based, created in Vidya Kshetra. They also learn block printing, Rupa Chitra, yoga, Kalaripayattu, a lot of Krishi related, a lot of Kriya related subjects. And the Jnana related subjects, they learn Kannadam because it's based in Karnataka. It's a Kannada medium Gurukulam, Sanskritam, and contemporary math, Bharatiya Ganitam. In Bharatiya Ganitam, they learn Leelavati, Aryabhattiyam, physics, chemistry, biology, geography. Geography, they go to the places. They don't just look at maps. They go to the places and they understand the Sthala Puranas, Itihasas, and even our Itihasas, mainly our Itihasas, civilizational studies, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita. And across all these subjects, whether it's the Ichcha related or the Kriya related or the Jnana related, the Bharatiya Jivan Drishti is very beautifully woven across, conceptualized to the current age and time. That is the magic of the curriculum. And science, just like how real scientists did those days, they have around 300 plus experiments. Kids observe, analyze, synthesize, and record their own observations. They create their own books. There are no academic books until the 10th grade. Until then, kids, just like scientists, they capture all the concepts that they have learned, the formulas that they have derived. They will write, they create their own notebooks. So they get very strongly rooted in the concepts. So Vidya Kshetra is on this revolutionary vision. So now that they found this magical curriculum, they don't want to just keep it to themselves. They want to share this far and wide. And they are very, very welcoming of anyone who is interested in recreating a similar Gurukulam elsewhere. Because their dream, their vision, their hope and their prayer is that 108 such Gurukulams are opened and thriving across Bharatam by 2047. So I'm very, very humble and grateful and thankful for the opportunity to be associated with Vidyakshetra and to be able to seek Bhiksha on their behalf. Please, Yatha Shakti, Kripaya Bhavan Athava Bhavati Bhiksham Tehi. Your contribution matters. Your thoughts, your blessings matter, your prayers matter. Vidyakshetra has done the first step of lighting the lamp. Let us pour the oil that is needed. Let us keep the lamp burning. Let us keep the lamp of Jnana burning. Because there is this beautiful interdependence at play. Just like how a Gurukulam needs a Samaj for its sustenance, a Samaj also needs a Gurukulam for its sustenance, for its Jnana Parampara. Because a Gurukulam is not just for the kids or the parents or the acharyas that are currently attending. They are responsible for the Jnana Parampara for all of the Samaj. These children, we hope, will eventually grow into being leaders and visionaries and pillars of Vishwaguru Bharat. And Vishwaguru Bharat, not superpower Bharat. A superpower is someone that others are afraid of. Vishwaguru Bharat is one that shows the way for the rest of the world towards Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. For that, first we have to rediscover the paved path by our ancestors. We have got to remove all that colonial dust from the paved path. We have to walk the path. We have to live the experience. We have to be the model, and we have to show the world that dharmic, it is sustainable, and it will lead to Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. It is our responsibility as a very, very ancient civilization to show the world that there is a better way. Especially in this current world, this model needs to sustain, not just for us, but for every Jiva Rashi. And very, very thankful for the opportunity to Shruti ji, my favorite Acharya. She has kindled the love for Krishna, and I'm sure many thousands and thousands of Bhagavatas and thousands of Krishna devotees all over. To me, Krishna Prema came from her rendition of Bhagavatam. I am thankful to her for this opportunity to seek Diksha for Vidyakshetra and for the Bharatiya Gurukul Parampara. I would like to end with a prayer for all Jivarashi's peace. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Sudhinamastu.